So I'm here at the airstrip and I've built myself a little tarp launcher, aka slip and slide. And I don't know if it's the largest in game, but it's pretty damn big. Let me run down here to the end. So this is one end of the airstrip, and in case you don't know, the airstrip is on the southwestern side of the island. Get up here, we'll get a little vantage point. So you can see we've got our walls, we've got our tarps laid down, and as far as the eye can see, I'll have to actually speedy run down here so you can see. However, it extends the whole flat surface of the airstrip, which I believe it, well, I do not believe, it is the longest flat surface in the game. It's just not very wide, very long. So I got down here and I decided, you know what, let's keep going to the coast. And the reason why I did this crazy nonsense is somebody suggested that I do it. They wanted to see how, if you hopped on your sled and you built a very long tarp launcher, how far could you get out into the ocean? So once I did the airstrip and figured out I did not reach the sea, I decided to go to the ocean. However, before I do that, I want to start in one server that I thought would be a good place to start at. So before I began building down at the airstrip, I knew I had an old server where I'd built a pretty big ramp to test out the flying capabilities of the golf cart when it came out back in patch 07. And yes, I did drive this damn thing all the way up to the top of the mountain. That was before I figured out you can simply do add prefab golf cart and spawn it wherever you would like. So the ramp did slope up, it did slope down, and it ended up straight. And just so you know, the golf cart has no ramping capabilities. It was a very underwhelming experiment. So I knew if I came back to the server, all I had to do is resurface it with tarps, and I could do a quick test with the sled. So the way the old sled works out is you build your little ramp, do a little jump, place it under your bum, and you are launched like Chevy Chase in Christmas Vacation. Now, before we start launching down this bad boy, I want to give you a couple of construction tips. So the way I built mine, let me pull out my laser pointer. I built mine on quarter log supports or posts. And however, if you build it close to the ground, you may have some obstructions that will launch you up in the air. And if you want to avoid that, then you probably want to consider half log supports, and it'll make it a little bit smoother. However, if you want to be launched up in the air, because I kind of did once I started it, then quarter logs are definitely the way to go. But let me show you one thing you will want to consider is when you build walls, don't do uprights like so, because when you start going down on the sled, you can get some left right action that can slow you down or stop you because you'll kind of catch on these posts. Build your walls like this. This is how I built these walls, as you can see, as I just placed them down without the upright posts or supports. And it just creates a little bit smoother action as you slide down. Now, it won't be 100%, but it will cut down on that left to right, slowing you down or absolutely stopping you. All right, time to test this bad boy out. Let's go. Oh, wait. Well, that wasn't good to start off with, but hey, it looks like it's pretty well lined up. So that's the key when you're jumping off, or you'll get a lot of left to right action. Ooh, entering the part with no walls. This looks good. This looks very good. Come on. Oh yeah, I think we're going to reach the ocean. Oh yeah, so here we go. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so it appears like you stop moving forward once you leave the Ooh! Free Willy! That was pretty cool at the end. Okay, so the next thing, obviously you're not going to get a lot of cool runs like that. There's going to be a lot of fails. But as you can see here, I stop. All you got to do is really just do a jump and press forward on your direction, and you'll get this bad boy started off. But what I'm going to show you here is you have a reverse. So right here, we're going to get a little boop action. And you can see what it looks like, headed back the other way. And You can see the bouncing that I'm getting right here. That's the quarter log height I was talking about. And it's like once it gets built into the ride, the sled, it's like you keep getting that little bunny hop. There are runs you'll get that are just super straight ahead. It's weird how it works out, but as we fall off the end here, you can see you pretty much lose that forward progression once you leave the tarps. So, at the beginning of this video, the challenge was proposed to reach the edge of the island, the edge of the ocean, and unfortunately, the tarp launcher was not able to do that from the airstrip, so I decided to come up to my 915-story skyscraper and show you what the edge of the map looks like. Now, the reason why I know this is I have a 75-story skyscraper right over in that area right there. And months and months ago, I was trying to run and jump to that, and I discovered this little trick. So I was speedy running, speedy jumping, so that's what I'm gonna do. And that was back whenever it was 400 stories tall. And now that it's 915 stories, I'm fairly certain that I will not even see it register on my screen if I was to look down like so. And anyways, what we will discover is the edge of the map. So right around in there is, on the beach, is where my 75-story skyscraper is. And that's, ooh, it's snowing. That is where the 3 fishing cabins are. It's south of the Cave D system and the big lake on the southeastern side of the map. And we might as well just turn around and see the backside of this island. And now, as you can see, we have reached the edge of the map. So if I stayed here forever, I would just stay suspended up in the air as long as I'm holding on my joystick or the directional pad facing out towards the ocean like so. I would just stay here suspended forever. However, if I release, ooh, the snow stopped. You will see that I will drop down. And we might get a glimpse of the old 75-story skyscraper. Obviously, we cannot see the jump point. We're coming in. We're coming in. Actually, I may have went a little too far to my right when jumping. That snow has turned to rain. There you go. So that's going to wrap up this video. Let me know if you think this is the world's largest slip and slide. As always, thank you for watching and hope to catch you in the next video.